Hi, it's Shelley, your astrologer, and I'm here with the news for January
3rd through the 9th, 2022.
So, this week we have a mix of dynamics. We've got a lot of Saturn in the signs of Capricorn and Aquarius. So, Saturn is more about structures and building and really sticking to a plan. And then we have Pisces and Sagittarius, mutable signs. So, mutable is changeable. So, that's what mutable means. So, we've got to start off, as I said last week, Jupiter in Pisces. So that's a change from Jupiter in Aquarius. So Jupiter loves Pisces. It can express its abundance, express its joy, express all the luck and love. It can also express whatever it is that is excess. So be mindful. Things might come to you, opportunities, but take a moment to consider whether they're the right ones for you. And they may absolutely be. Jupiter in Pisces is amazing. And if you know what house you have Pisces in, look to that house, because that's where you can really go to the opportunities and make them happen for you through your own design, just a little bit, by pushing them a little bit. But as a whole, Pisces is a water sign. It is more in tune with the psychic realm, with relationships, with things that can't be defined easily and aren't grabbable. Pisces is not the physical earth realm. It's the only sign that is so watery, it's all water. It's two fishes. So tune into your emotions. Let yourself be carried away a little by a musical number here and there. Take that moment. Just know where your boundaries are and be willing to push them. That's okay. That's part of what Jupiter and Pisces teaches us. It teaches us that our boundaries don't have to be where we had to find them, but also be mindful of what you're agreeing to, what you're committing to, what you're putting yourself into. This is also a risk of Jupiter and Pisces. With that kind of etherealness of the Jupiter and Pisces, we also have Mars squaring Neptune this week. So that's Mars in Sag and Neptune in Pisces again. So that's two mutable signs, but more importantly, Mars, which is about action, which is about getting things done, is in a hard aspect to Neptune, and Neptune diffuses everything. It's like Jupiter times 1,000. So that is going to make it not so easy to get things done this week. That's okay. Just when you're aware of that, with all that Aquarian and Capricornian, Saturnian energy coming at us, we might feel like we have to get things done and that we have to do specific things and that they have to happen in a certain way. And this might lead to depression or anxiety or anger. Those are three big ones that could happen, but any emotion, feelings of unworthiness, shame, if those come up, yay, like feel them, figure out where they're coming from, but you don't have to buy into the spiral. Instead, do let yourself dream a little bit. Do let yourself get outside of your comfort zone, your boundaries a little bit. And with that Mars square Neptune, we've got this sense of a quest with Sagittarius, but one that isn't very focused, one that's kind of all over the place and is being diffused by Neptune. So you might feel this pull to be questing, to dream, to be dreaming out there, that there's something greater that you can pull yourself into, that you're on a path And you can be on that path, be on it, go after it. Just go at it in a way that makes sense. We're going to be going into Mercury retrograde on the 14th, so this right now is the Mercury shadow in addition to all these other things. And that Mercury in Aquarius is going to have us very sharp, very in tune. Our thoughts might be like, we have to do these things, that we have to form these structures. And it's applying to Saturn once again. So all of this means there's going to be some push to work hard, and you can work hard while still dreaming. So work at the pace that you're working at and go a step at a time. And if something gets off kilter or changes, just let it do so for the moment. Let it go. Vibe with it. Let yourself be carried away by a conversation once in a while, by nature, whatever it is. These things are likely to come up more this week because we also have Venus retrograde. And on the 8th, it is going to be exactly conjunct the sun. So that's Venus Cazimi in the heart of the sun. And the 8th is a really good time to tend to those things like your physical space, your relationships, your values. And because this configuration of Venus and the sun are sextile Neptune, that planet that diffuses everything, but this time sextile, which is an easy aspect, you might just get a little bit of that dreamy world, but not so much that it feels painful or scattery. And you can pull in that into your value system. So what is it that's important to me that I value that is actually helped by being a little bit illogical, or taps into something I can't see, or has a little bit of faith as an element? Just play around with this. It's only for a little while, so it's part of the human experience. We're learning, we're dreaming, we're being, and we're building. So that's really what this week is about. It's that mix of dreaming, questing, experiencing, exploring, and taking the steps. So if you have that vision, you can go after it and pull the dreams in as well as the hard work. And yes, rest a little. And Mercury is going to go retrograde on the 14th. So be aware that we're about to go into a time where resting is a good idea, at least part of it. And take care of yourself and dream on. And Happy New Year! And I hope that you all are experiencing 2022 with fresh eyes, in a new light and new love, and that you're going after your own dreams and you're letting them not be fully defined. See you next time. Put some comments below about your dreams if you feel comfortable, and ways in which those have played into your life in the past few years. How have they manifested or not? And what kind of ways have you been able to feel joy and uplift? And how can you take that joy and pass it on to other people? Saturn in Aquarius still has us walking that walk and reminds us that that's part of why we're here. That's what we're doing.